yeah, Powell and everybody.
Good afternoon and welcome to part 2 of Flory Fest 25, our 5th year of doing the live Flory Fest shows. We're with you all weekend long with our witty chat and banter, a few tips, tricks and videos and some stuff to show you, some stuff you know, some stuff you don't, and hopefully a little bit of everything in between. And what we do need to ask, because somebody will know in chat, why is Andy being buzzed by a MI6, was it a MILMI 16?
17.
17, sorry. Yeah. Why would one of those be flying around? And an Antonov.
And
although
an
we're not
Antonov,
quite
yeah.
sure, but it's a proppy one. So just saying. Answers on a postcard too. Spot that plane.
Platespotter.com.
That's it. Definitely. Anyway, we trust you all had a very nice lunch. And so we do the obligatory. And what did everyone have for lunch? John, what did you have?
I had a New York deli sandwich.
Very nice. Homemade?
No, God, no. I just walked up the co-op and bought it.
Oh, so it's the Co-op's famous, legendary New York deli sandwich. Fair enough. Andy, what did you have? Go on. Sorry, go on, John.
I just say good old co-op meal deal.
Can't go wrong, definitely. Andy, what did you have?
We had every month Shell's workplace for the managers have a lunch meeting and have lots of food bought in.
Yes.
So
you're on leftovers, aren't you?
Leftovers, yeah. So Shell after the meeting, so like, bought this great big platter of sandwiches home. So yeah, that's what we had.
So you got them for now, them for tea tomorrow.
No, we've had tomorrow. I had a bit last night, and then
Are they in little triangles, Andy?
No, they're on cobs or chopped in half.
Oh, I see. All right, okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's all right. I had a homemade soup from my daughter-in-law, which was very nice as well, and it was carrot and coriander. I have to say, it's very nice indeed. And Matthew had.
I had lunch of the gods. Custard creams and a cup of coffee.
There you go.
Not a full packet of custard creams, by the way. Much to a full packet. Just a few custard creams and a coffee. To be honest, I had such a decent breakfast. I wasn't very hungry, so we've got and I've got to say myself, we've got a nice dinner tonight.
Very nice. So, nice. Yeah. What are you having?
Yep. Vegetable curry tonight.
Oh. Very
with
nice.
naan bread and all the bits and bobs. So yeah, I look forward to that. So I don't want to overstuff myself for that later.
Very nice.
Oh, yes.
So luckily we won't be able to smell him.
I spent all my time watching Max Verstappen racing around the Nordschleife in the GT3 thing he's racing in.
Oh, right. Okay.
Guess what position he is?
Last.
No. First.
always. We do have to say on that note, get well to Roscoe.
Oh yeah, been proper
which is Lewis Hamilton's dog's in a coma. Bless him.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, not good there. Bless. So
is that from watching the F1?
No, he's had because the type of dog that he is, they get pneumonia, and this is the second time he's had pneumonia. When they were trying to treat him, he had a heart attack.
Oh God!
And then ended up being put into a coma.
What sort of dog is it?
Bulldog.
The bulldog, isn't it?
A French bulldog or a normal?
British bulldog.
British
bulldog.
bulldog.
Proper bulldog. Yeah. No wonder they're proper.
Yeah.
We went walking with a French bulldog yesterday, snorting along. Me, Luna, and Willow, the French bulldog. Oh my God, they're just crackers and things. Proper nuts.
He had two at one time, didn't he?
I don't know, to be honest. I've only known Roscoe.
Years ago he had two, but this Roscoe's 12, 13 years old. And
that's not bad for a bulldog.
Yeah,
no,
it's normally
right.
5 to 10 years normally they live.
I was say, they're not got that long a lifespan because of the squashed nose up there and breathing issues and stuff. So yeah, not bad with it. But not good.
Oh, that's all right. Just pointing out, it's now working fine. The chat rooms now. I've got the chat room back, so I've got both chats on now. I've got the old YouTube and I've got ours.
We've got ours up.
Mm.
Good stuff. Greetings to Gavin in Western Canada.
Yes.
Happy,
well done to Dave, who's watching the Ryder Cup on his iPad.
Oh yeah, Dave is muted.
Mm.
Nigel Williams had the old standby beans on toast. I bet they were with barbecue beans.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I bet they weren't proper, just normal Heinz beans, innit?
I quite like Heinz barbecue beans.
You're fussy when it comes
my
to
beans. I always put a little bit of brown sauce in me. I had beans on toast the other day. I had a bit of brown sauce on there. Just mix it in, a little bit of cheese. Good to go. Yeah. Can't be.
I like all baked beans, to be honest with you. Curried ones are nice as well.
Smells lovely in your house.
I'd eat every day. Curried. I could eat curry every day, honestly.
I'm with you. I like a curry. Lovely. John needs a curry tonight.
We had a curry last night.
You need one tonight.
I'd be having the remains of the curry from yesterday tonight.
Oh, fair enough.
Cool. Anyway, shall we go on with the show for you?
It's all right. Leighton, see, he points out he's been eating healthily and he had a pot noodle.
Pot noodle.
Hey. No wrong with pot noodle.
Yes. Dirk had a bread roll with cheese. Very Dutch.
Very
Dirk,
Dutch.
do you have the sandwiches which are like for children? Because Corrine always does them. So it's a piece of bread, butter and cheese, and that's it. Cut into triangles, and then you eat. Where's the top half?
You know, got
so I always just fold it in half.
Hey, that's not a sandwich, is it? If it's not two slices of bread, how can it be called a sandwich?
It's an open sandwich.
It is definitely, but yeah.
But
I often have a laugh with her about it.
Yeah. So you don't get you filling all over your hands, isn't it?
I've been telling her this. We've moved on from this, and I'm not 5.
Have you?
So yes, there we go. So basically, half a sandwich. That's it. A cup of soup. Sandwich, yeah. Look. So a cup of soup is almost as healthy as a pot noodle. Definitely. There you go. Jim had coffee with more coffee. Josh is the best one, though, because Josh is a person after my own heart because he's eating cold pizza, which tastes so much better. I agree. Cold pizza the next day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is the best one, though. Garlic cheese pizza. Second day. Cold. It probably stems from my childhood. I say childhood, teenager, I should say. So if I've been out and had a few drinks, and in those days I used to drink a lot, it was that thing about in the morning, you'd look down the side of the bed and there, oh, look, still got half a pizza. And then sitting there with a fag in one hand, cold pizza for breakfast. Yeah, that's it. Happy days. It was a different time back then in the 90s. Yes, it was a different time back then in the 90s. That and I'd have a full bottle of full fat Coke that had gone flat, like 2 litre bottle, to wash it down. And I'm good for the day. That's it.
Big start, your hangover.
That's it. Or go to work normally. Anyway.
Or go to work, yeah.
So never mind. Anyway, we're all good. So this afternoon, I've got a video for you all about the wash, which you've probably seen, but this is a cut down version. So don't panic. It's just a small version. It's a 10-minute version of the 30-minute version. So I could play the 30-minute version and we'll have a coffee. But I thought I wouldn't subject you to that. I'm going to do something about fingerprints, how to texture your model. You could do that instead of, like we were saying about roughing up bombs. Just cover it in glue, let it go slightly off, and then stick your fingers all over it.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. Same thing.
I must admit, I did look at World War II US bombs.
It's smooth.
They were smooth, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dirk put it up in our chat. They are smooth.
I didn't like to say.
I might just primer them and paint. You're not going to see them anyway. They're underneath the blooming plate. Who's going to see them?
Well,
they don't even have any casting markings or anything. It's literally
just
smooth. Some are welded, where bits are welded together, but yeah, they're just.
Well, normally they were just cylinders with just welded ends onto them, and away you went. That's how they did them. It's not like the casting as you see it. Isn't casting as such. It's a coating, isn't it? That it's an anti-fire. It gives them time to stop them cooking off. So
that's more Vietnam.
Yeah, I think it came in Korea, wasn't it? I think it's Korea it came in. to
The
stop them
German
cooking
bombs
off.
textured.
I don't think so either. I think they were smooth.
They
I think
put
it
some
was something
German
that
bombs
came
on it
around
instead.
about the Korean War, which stops munitions cooking off.
Okay.
So yes. Anyway,
Okay.
very good. So anyway, that's the plan for that one. So yes. But anyway, we've got to start off by showing you what's going on at the moment. So obviously we've got some good deals. I'll start with Matt this time. So over on the pmmodels.com, sorry, pmmodelsuk.com store, we've got some very nice kits. We've got the new Edard MiG-21, which must admit, I've seen a couple of videos on that. It looks very smart. Very, very nice, that one. So 48 scale, it's new tool. Looks very, very nice indeed. We've also got the classic Huey. This is the Dragon one, which until recently, well, still is if you want a bigger one, is literally the only D that's worth your salt at the moment, until maybe Trumpeter might bring one out in the future, or an H. So, but that is a lovely little kit. Does this one come with the figures, Matt?
It does indeed. Look at the side of the box. Look.
Hold on. I need to come to you. Where are you? I've lost you. Hold on, you're on one of these. There you go.
Yeah, you get your crew.
There you go. So you get your crew, door gunners. Very nice indeed.
This is the old classic one.
And if I remember rightly, it comes with a good chunk of photo etch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I say all this, I'm looking actually at the kit. I've got the kit here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I reckon now you can get 3D cockpits for this, I think.
I do believe you are correct, yes.
I know you can get one for the old C from Academy MPs, whatever it was, the old one, and obviously now the new Trumpeter ones. I don't know about this, but I'll be surprised if you can't get 3D stuff. And actually, with a re-release, there'll probably somebody bring it out, which will properly liven up the cockpit area and bits and bobs on helicopter. So
yeah,
it's cool, isn't it?
No,
can't beat a Vietnam Huey, can you really?
No.
All other Hueys pale into insignificance when it comes to, this is a proper one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the big difference with that one, of course, is it is a proper D, unlike other people's ones.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't a D, it was an H with a couple of bits of a D on it.
Just something I've noticed, sorry. And obviously not long ago, because we had the little roach in the background as well, which
we did.
For sale.
Yeah, that's it.
The
little roach. Yeah, the
so
roach.
I think Dragon at the minute, by the looks of it, are going through their Vietnam range because the figures are coming back out and all the little. They did a mule, didn't they? A little mule and all bits and bobs. I think they're going through the like I say, the Vietnam stage of production. So they're all making a reappearance as well. So, but definitely worth it. Definitely worth. Investing, we get a lot of parts and, like you say, good bit of kit.
They are nice kits. They are absolutely fantastic kits. I don't know when, and they haven't actually said they are, but I imagine they're going to. If that all makes sense. But obviously Trumpeter, because obviously Trumpeter's next one due out the gate is the baby one, the C, but it's the gunship version. So that's the stretch version, the big one. So they've got that one coming out next, and I'll be surprised if they don't do a D or an H. After that as well, and they're fantastic kits. But if you do want a D at the moment, that is the only one worth its salt. So yes,
definite. And again, it's Dragon, so it'll probably be around and then disappear again for years on end. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them where they come and go.
I must admit, I'm just trying to think back. You think I've got mine here as well? When the last time they came around, which must be 10 years ago.
It's a good few years ago. I think
I've had that kit forever. Yeah.
Yeah. That one you've got, because you've got the hair one, haven't you?
I've got the German one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not been about, because they did a few different versions, but I think the Vietnam one, like I say, it's a long time ago when it was back out in the wild, shall we say?
Yes, released into the wilds. Oh.
Somebody's got motion at their back door.
Shell's going to
curry.
have an eye test.
For an eye test. Can't she find the front door, so she's got out the back door?
No, it's the front door she went out of.
Oh, was it? I thought you said back door. You have
the Edard MiG-21, Matt?
Yes, mate.
Is that a dual combo, is it?
Yeah, it's a brand new. It's the F-13, the early one with the flip forward canopy.
The forward canopy, yeah. It's
the forward canopy one, because they've done the later MiG, so that's a really with the little cone as well, the little nose cone. So it's a brand new. I was going to say,
it's got the small intake and it's got the forward-facing canopy. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's why it's a new tool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their new tooled one. So and so that's.
I'm going to say, I've seen a couple of things on that one. It looks really, really nice. Fantastic kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
Typical
fair to him,
Edward.
mate. Come.
Edward now got all the 148 MiG-21s wrapped up.
Yeah, they have.
Thank
God.
They've got more now.
You're wrong. You're wrong. They haven't, because they've never done a two-seater.
True.
True.
That's
They've
true.
never done a
But
UM.
to be honest,
have
it's
they?
an ugly looking thing.
No,
it's not
it's
the
not.
best looking one.
Beautiful. I tell you what has been re-released while we're just on is the one next to the Huey, which is the Revell Beaufighter in 48.
Yeah. That was really short lived, wasn't it? It came out and just vanished.
Yeah.
But it came out with no fanfare and nobody really picked up on it. It was, I think, to be honest with you, I will send you one because you've not even reviewed it.
No.
And now
it came out during
one...
COVID, didn't it? I thought it came out during COVID. That was half the trouble.
I thought Phil did review it.
I don't know if he did.
We were talking about the Tamiya one at the same time.
The problem is, though, the Tamiya one, the Mark 10, is discontinued, so you can't get a Mark 10. You can only get the Desert one, whichever Mark that is. So I know that's a Mark 6, but it's still a later one, isn't it? Because I think the original one that Revell did was a Mark 10, I think. Could be wrong. See if you've reviewed it, Phil.
Yeah, hold on. My search is now looking. What we got?
Ooh,
Yeah, I've done it.
You've done the early one, haven't you? Is that a Mark 10?
This is the Mark 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's...
Yeah. We can maybe be talking about the Tamiya one at the same time.
Yeah, we compared it to the Tamiya one.
Got the thimble nose on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's the different front on this one. Yeah, it's got the pointy nose.
Got pointy nose.
Yeah. This one came with the torpedo, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. TF10 in it. That was it.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know what's cool about the Beaufighter? I don't know if you can do it off that mod, but if you can do the Southeast Asian ones, the Australian ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that green colour they did. I don't think you could do it off that mark, to be honest. It's a different, but yeah, they were quite an effective aircraft, aren't they?
Like a sort of British bronze greeny colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird,
darky sort of.
Yeah.
With a bit of white in it.
Yeah,
going back
so
to Alt. Sorry, just interrupting. Going back to Alt, talking about the Huey, because the Tallery made a boo-boo. Yeah, if you want a decent one, that's the only one that's out there at the moment. It's the Dragon one. Trumpeter might release their one down the line, which should be okay, because to be honest, their B's are all right. And obviously I think the C's coming down the line. Then if obviously they'll do a D or an H, I should think come through. But yeah, no, it's a nice one. But apparently CMK do the cockpit and cargo area for those kits. So well done.
Yeah, there's a lot for it. Yeah, there's bits for it.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of other bits and pieces down in here for you to peruse.
Yours.
Yes.
Yeah. Loads of stuff.
That's the other Huey, of course, is the Kitty Hawk one, which obviously I reviewed some time ago now. And actually what it is, it's an H with a couple of D bits in it, but unfortunately they've left all the H bitches on it. So it's not really a D, it's more of an H. So yeah, that's the trouble. Apparently they were supposed to release a D and an H, but they got carried away and just made a hybrid of both. But the Dragon one is a true D, where obviously this one is more of an H than a D. Still a nice kit though. As I say, Kitty Hawk's helicopter kits are all good, you know.
Hey, so it's better than the Italeri kit.
Definitely, yeah. But yes, some very nice stuff down there. Look, if you do want a two-seat MiG, there we go. Look, KP's got one. Don't know whose kit that is in it, because it isn't going to be theirs.
Their own, I think.
Is that their own?
I think it is one of their own. Later one, it is a later KP kit, but yeah. Well, I thought you were so impressed with that P40, you know. You should have built it.
Yes. I'll tell you what, the 109 is gorgeous. Yeah. Less said about the P40, the better, really. Anyway, some very nice bits and pieces down in there. And obviously, as well, don't forget with all of this, it's discounted and you get 10% off all orders over 60 quid. And obviously, you get a free mug with all orders over 40 while stocks last. So Matt has to go and count how many mugs he's got and how many orders he's got. So we've got all of those down in there. Plus the fact we've got all your other stuff as well. So we've got your paints, glues and that. We've got a ton of Airfix, Armour Hobby, Edard, Hobby 2000 and Tamiya Aircraft and a bit of Tamiya Armour as well. So we've got those. But also your paints, glues, your sundries and all your other things, all your tools and glues and fillers. look all down in here as well. So if you want to get any of those ones, you can grab those there. And now I've come out of this, I'm in the wrong place. Over on the store with my good self, currently we've got, because it's 20th anniversary of the wash this year, we're doing 20% off everything from Flory models. So that includes the jigs, the flight stands, all the bits and pieces down here, the washes, the full sets of washes, also it's at a great price of just £27.54 plus VAT. Plus you also get a free bottle of dust with the actual full wash set as well. Plus about all your individual washes down there, all 20% off. Your thick washes, all 20% off as well as the merch and all the other stuff, holders and 3D printed stuff as well. And I've got 10% off all the DSP stuff, which I notice is going out very, very quickly at the moment. So if you want to get any of these bits and pieces, grab it whilst you can, all right, because we are getting very, very low on some of this now. So it's all down in here. You can get any of those as well. 10% off all the display stuff, and then obviously 20% off all the Flory model stuff. Don't forget as well, if you are in the US, you go to High Altitude Hobbies, just click on the link to follow over to Brett, and obviously you can go over if you're in the EU as well, either to me or via Karine as well with Flory Models Europe. Click down in there. I've been told that Karine is open for this, but she is going to be shutting down the site down in a week or two's time for when she moves. All right, so at the moment it is operational. So yes, very good, just like so. Anyway, I thought I would have a quick show and tell about some of the bits we've been doing recently. Perhaps you haven't seen them or anything else. So what I thought I would show you is our flight stands. So we do a range of little flight stands now. All right, so down in here, this is a brand new one. You open up your little box and you'll be greeted by a little bag and with some little instructions, which are down in here. And then these are for our in-flight stands. So these are 3D printed by my good self, direct here from Flory Towers. And then in here, you get a very nice base. So we have your little base like this, and we have your little thing in here. It is a really good fit. The engineering is fantastic. You can tell I didn't design this. John designed this, clearly, because he knows what he's doing. If I'd done it, it wouldn't go together. All right. What you also get is these. So what we've got here is 7 of these little tabs, and each of them has got a different little thing. It is written down in here in little small writing what it is. So it will say if it's like a 0° banking angle or something a little bit more jaunty. You can probably see they're all on angles. Also, you've got a 5° nose high or a 5 degrees nose down. So the way that this works is you just pop it in the top, and this will give you a 5 degrees nose up angle. And obviously I think that is a 15° probably to port bank angle there. And then, but if you want to go the other way, you just turn it around and put it in back to front, and now it will take it downwards as well. So you've got it down in there. Your little chamfer or your hole making you want to make for this is 5mm. It is down in here in the instructions, and it talks about them as well. All right, so you just come along and you put them down. As I say, we do them in multiple sizes. So this is the small one like here, but if I just show you this one, sorry, if you want something a little bit bigger, slightly different here, because obviously it's a lot bigger base. If I put the base on here and down in here, sorry, it's a 4mm hole for the small one, 5mm hole for the big one. All right, and then you can see we've got this one just down in here. Same thing, fits in, and you've got a little tab which then you can put in the top. And again, after that, we do the jumbo one, which I won't get totally out, but you get the idea. And we have the other one. So we've got a really, really big one down in here as well. So you can go right the way through with your hole sizes and how you want it and all the rest of it. So I don't think I've got a 4mm hole. So I'll just put that one out of the way a moment, move these out of the way, and I'll just show you just down in here. So the easiest way to do it is to drill it professionally with a hole and all the rest of it, but I haven't got a hole to do it professionally and all the rest of it. So I'm just going to use this little guy, and we'll make our own. All right, so you're just going to come down in here, and then we'll just wiggle this a bit.
John said you should see the pile of dodgy prototypes.
Yes, admittedly, there probably was a few, I can imagine. just down in there like that. Then I made my slightly bigger one. Let's get one size fits. Just get the bigger one out. Hopefully this will still work. All right. How big these are? Going to go a little bit bigger. Bigger. Nope, didn't sound healthy. This is me splitting it apart in two. Normally you would drill this and do it very professionally and all the rest of it, but just for speed. And to be honest, I didn't think about this before we started. There we go.
So the pilot's had a colonoscopy.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, so stand goes in underneath just like that. And then you've obviously got your in-flight stand and you can just sit him in. And there you've got your plane. Nice jaunty angle, whichever way you want to have it. And then you'll sit down on here. And that's it. But say, if you didn't want that angle, you can say to yourself, yeah, that's all right, but I didn't quite like that angle. And you can take that one off. And you can go for something perhaps a little bit more mediocre. Go in there like that. And you could have it on the that way if you wanted to. Or again, if I can find the middle one. There's the middle one. It's about 5 degrees over. As I say, they've all got different angles on here. There you go, that's the neutral one. You can just pop this in. And normally, obviously, you'd glue this in place. All right, or you could just have it on to be a nice flat one on there, just like that. And again, it's a little bit of wiggle room with them and everything else. And obviously, you can paint these or do whatever you want with it. It has got a textured bottom on. And normally, just for gluing these in, to be honest with you, if you wanted to, you can either glue them down in here or not, or whichever, or just a little bit of super glue. Super glue, and obviously, on the base, you can just super glue it down in there as well, put them on top, and away you go. Nice and simple to use. And again, just depending on your size, a lot of people say to me, like, what size would you go with? And again, when you look at the differences, obviously, if I do it down in half, you can see they are quite a difference between them all. And then, where's the other bag? There it is. Let's find this one. This one here is quite a big one. In practice and all the rest of it, I actually mounted the Harrier, the 24th scale Harrier, onto this. But again, it just depends on what size you want to go for. So the small one, as we say, that works really well, 72nd, and perhaps, you know, things like that. The Lysander probably work better on a 72nd, even though it's 48th. But again, it just depends on what you want to pop it onto. I think most of my 48 scale stuff, modern jets and everything, just go onto the medium one. But again, it's personal to what size you're doing. Down in here, when we did the testing for it, the 32nds, Spitfires, 109s, things like that type of size fit perfectly well onto the medium one. As I say, the bigger stuff, obviously, you know, like maybe a 48 scale Lancaster, you might want to go onto the big one. So again, it's a little bit preference on what. But yeah, so very, very nice. So you've got the options though with your little tabs, whichever way they go and stuff like that. And this weekend, they're 20% off as well. So I think they are 8, 10 and 12 quid or whatever they are. So they're not going to bust the bank either. So yes, I think they are that. Let me just check that. Yeah, starts at 8. I think they are 8, 10 and 12 pound plus that where applicable. So yes, so you can grab those just like that. So yes, there we go. End of
so what would you
story.
recommend for a 1/24 Stuka diving?
Probably, if you want it diving, something a bit bigger than this. But if you just wanted it flying, then that one would be absolutely fine for it.
Got to be diving, isn't it? Get on it, get it on it. Then I need a stand for a Stuka diving because John sent me his 8th scale stuff to do mine.
Oh, I could probably upscale it a bit for you. I could make it up to basically a foot tall.
Yeah, because it needs to be proper. At least get pilot figures with that.
John didn't have to say a word then, did he?
He didn't, because he's just nodded. He's just nodded, and the world's just seen him nod that he's going to let me have his A scale.
I was going to make a gesture, but then I realised we're live on YouTube.
Yes, you did. No obscenities from you, Mr. Buller.
Yes.
You've seen him at the Oval Show soon, aren't we? So you can bring it to me then.
That's it. But yeah, handy little things. If you got sawdust on it, then you know this is the one that was live on the show. So let me just pop those all in there. So yes.
Extra. It costs extra, that.
Yes, it's got genuine dust on it.
It's been a demo piece.
It's been a demo one, yes. So there we go. And they're all printed and packaged by my fair hand.
Yes.
So that's it. I even fold the paper. Because guess what I was doing the other night? Literally, I was basically all evening just doing this. A pile of bases and a pile of all of them, putting them together and into boxes and stuff. So, yes.
In a proper sweatshop.
Yes, that's it. It was. Cool. Right. Okay. Any questions? Anyone talking in chat? Are we all clear?
I've got my bits to show, shall I?
I was going to say, if you're next, if there's nothing
quiet.
in chat. Go on, Matt.
We're going for like 50 years to now, basically. So I had a super duper Matchbox kit, proper artwork as well. Look, it's
nice.
an original 410. And you know what made me? I don't know. I don't want to really think of a 410, but I remember this thing as a kid. And it does look like a really cool aircraft, don't you think? It
does, yeah. No, the great box
art. They were pretty crap in real life, I think. They weren't brilliant, but it does look like it means business, especially with like the guns that used to stick out the fuselage at the back. You know, the two remote guns. Yes. And anyway, I thought obviously Airfix released one, didn't they?
Oh yeah, forget about that kit. Isn't it?
So you know that was that surprise release at Telford a couple of years ago, weren't it? It was like, where did that come from? So there's
that surprise release where a certain company released it on that day as well and sold it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Gazumped everybody else. That went down well, didn't it? Well, yeah, it's obviously this one, and I think the Fine Molds one is a really nice kit as well. You could get hold of that. But again, it's a more modern one. But I thought, you know, what a comparison look. And still quite good box arts between them. One's got really shiny look in it. But,
nice.
But yeah, I do like a 410. Say it's a cool look. It's one of them at Cosford, isn't there?
It is, yes, there is, yeah. Because it's got where the gun would be under the chin, doesn't it?
Yes,
obviously it has a bomb,
that was it. Because
different versions.
It's next to the. Yeah, it's next to the 88, isn't it? Around there. Well, it was, unless they've moved it. But you still got yours, John. Your Meng one, is it up there, or is it still in a box? Yeah. I just it's a cool looking aircraft.
So the thing is, though, as you say, why is it that Matchbox can fit it in a box that big, but Airfix can't fit it in a box that big? Is this because they think you're getting more for your money because it's in a bigger box?
I don't know, but I mean, Airfix used to be able to get kits in a box this size. Look, hold on. You know, a 72nd. Look in a proper little.
Yes.
Proper little box. There you go. We'll have a little pile of. I don't know what it is with the big boxes and stuff anymore. It's
it may be it because obviously in the 80s and 90s was the Matchbox and the Seafire there. Firefly. But again, it's one of those ones where it, you know, as you say, they seem to be a standard size then, but nowadays, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Which is funny because
back with like the Matchbox and that Airfix Firefly, they were proper pocket money kits.
Yeah.
You know, when kids used to literally save their pocket money and buy those sort of things, whereas young kids don't really do that now, do they?
No.
Big kids do it though.
Big kids.
I was going to say.
Big kids.
The credit card money comes out. Yeah.
More pocket money.
That's why they can have bigger boxes and bigger prices.
I mean, to be fair with that, it's going to have more pots and it's more detailed than any of them in it. Let's be honest. There's a big, like jump in, you know, what you got 50 years ago or 60 years ago, over to what you got like a couple of years. So that's not a rattly box like some of them, you know, where there's just air in there and then a little bit of kit, which is that's the annoying thing. I think, you know, is like I say, when you got a massive box and then there's just the kit just rattling around in there. Or just get a box to fit. Revell are the worst for it. We've mentioned them before, but to be fair with Airfix, that fits in that box. So I just thought being interesting because, like I said, I remembered about that thing.
You know what you should do, Matt? You need to do a side-by-side build.
Why?
Because you could prove how far we've come along.
That actually might be my turkey shoot build.
That could be a good, yeah.
Because the decals as well in it are still all right, which is you've got to credit Matchbox decals because you've built an old Matchbox kit and the decals always work even when they're 50 odd years old. They're still
they just keep
usable.
Going. I know,
yeah. So that could be my turkey shoot build. That. So. Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very
Possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, I still think it would make a good show for us to do or something, as you say, is that we have a kit, an old one like that again. Nostalgia, because I built the Phantom, wasn't it? The Matchbox Phantom.
Yeah.
So, and obviously to bring that back. But last time we did it over the course of, I think it was a turkey shoot, wasn't it? Very short period. But it would be nice to actually spend a bit of time, like re-rivet, rescribe, detail, how far you could get a Matchbox kit to come along. The small stuff, because obviously the big stuff, everyone does that anyway, to the bigger ones, but to the 72nd series like it.
We've got Matchbox March next year, haven't we?
Yeah. I think as well would be quite good. One of the kits I would love to have another go back at is their old A10, which I know is more the prototype than the real thing. But
yes, I was looking at one of them. Yeah, the grey boxing A10.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna have
to go back and to properly redo it, to rivet it and scribe it.
I mean, we have an audience today, so do people like watching these old kits being built?
Yes.
This is something people are interested in, because I don't mind doing video builds on stuff like that. I like doing them, to be honest. I don't mind it at all. But there's no point like putting the effort in if people aren't really that interested and they'd rather see more up-to-date kits and stuff. But yeah, funny enough, that Firefly, I've got the etch sets for it. I've got a wingfold set and the cockpit and all the other bits that Airwaves did.
Yeah.
So.
See, now this is what I love about what we do, and hopefully at home as well. You're sort of, it's that thing about it sparks something there. So now in my head, I'm going to get hold of the Matchbox A10. I'll get Peter Oxley to send me one, and then to literally do it. I mean, properly sand it right back, and then go again with it, rescribe, raise rivets, and go to town on it. Maybe swap out the weapons for something that doesn't look like toffee. And put some proper weapons on it. Well, again, you could probably redo the fan blades and stuff.
This is where, to me, 3D printing it comes in really, really sort of useful, as in simple upgrades for older kits.
Yeah,
I must admit, I've got a couple that I could join in with.
There you go.
Yeah, look.
Look.
Two.
Yeah, the Venom as well. Look.
Yeah.
So, but like you say, just to take it and do,
not go overboard. I don't think go stupid with it, but actually try and
modern.
To still have a curbside model. I wouldn't redo the cockpits and all stuff because you can't see them anyway. But I would just mean from the outside as a curbside model, just go to town on it though. Yeah.
Because that comes with its stand still. That one's got, because I'll stick it on the stand now.
Yeah.
Both of mine have got the old frog stands. Look.
There you go. Look.
You can screw them to the wall.
You put him out of business.
Yeah, shush now, John. Doesn't come with a stand at all. If you want a stand, you need one of these. For £8, it could be yours.
You can't screw them to the wall though.
Yeah, well, you could do. I'll put a hole in it.
So say the Airfix 410 mat is what, 25 quid?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
How much would you get a Matchbox one for?
Well, that weren't cheap. I'll be honest, that wasn't cheap. It weren't like, it was just because it's off eBay, obviously.
So you wouldn't go out your way looking for a Matchbox one then over the Airfix one?
No, not unless you're on a nostalgic trip or whatever, or you've got some fond memories as a kid of building one. No, I won't say so. It's just, I just remember that.
If I wanted an nostalgic trip, it'd be some woodpecker cider and
sit on the park bench and in winter.
Those old kits hang on. Let's get me.
Yeah, look, John Starr. We've woke John up.
That's it now. He's woken up now. Yeah.
He loves his old kits. Look, there we go.
Yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it?
Your little Wales Matchbox Wellesley.
Yes.
I can't believe how big the wings are.
Yeah.
And like you say, just looking at it from this distance, it doesn't look much different from a modern kit.
Yeah, yeah.
You
know, all right, it's not got the internal detail, but
you don't see it anyway, do you?
72nd scale, you never see it. So
this is my argument with 72nd scale. Why put a lot of effort into something that you don't see a lot of? It's a small.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
very nice.
But talking of old kits, apparently this.
Yes.
Saber models, is it? And it even says, look, old models.
Yeah.
This is the old frog kit. This is the old frog firefly.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And they're doing that, and they're bringing out the Canberra.
Mm-hmm.
As well, the old frog Canberra is coming back out with new decals and stuff. So obviously, you get a decent set of decals, which is always a thing with old kit.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, I don't think this was a bad price, to be honest. But if you do want to go down like memory lane, then they are out there. You just have to do a bit of shopping, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Definitely.
So you could do an FR1 or a Mark 5. Go on.
That's it. Bryn was just saying about, wasn't Phil going to build the special Hobby 48 scale Firefly? Have I missed it, or am I making it up? You missed the show clearly on Bryn on Thursday, because actually I got it out. We were talking about it, weren't we? It's over there.
We've got one for sale. There's one for sale.
I've got. Yeah, that's it. I've got the old Mark 1 here, but I still intend to build it at some point. It is there in my little stash to do. So, but I haven't done it yet. But I definitely want to do it. Definitely. So yes, very good. Peter Oxley will be losing his sugar lumps.
Yeah.
So we only do it to wind him up. It's fun. You see his little black gloves bubble as we're doing it.
Well, he could donate the kits to us, couldn't he?
Well, this is what you think. He's got enough of them, hasn't he? Yeah. He'd be fine. I'll be okay. Tom says but he's back, by the way. He's missed loads of the shows because he's been actually having to work. He's missed us all. Well, there you go, Tom. We've missed you too. Nice to have you back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's amazing, actually. I'd like to welcome back everybody who deserts us every summer. Because this last 2 weeks, we've had a boatload of people coming back saying, I'm trying to subscribe. But obviously, if you are a subscriber, just saying, you're still here. You just can't get in, but you're still there. So all you need to do, you don't have to email me or anything else like that. Just log into the forum and it'll say to you to start a new subscription. When you do that, you'll carry on where you left off, because all your stuff's still there. It's just that you're not hidden or anything. You can't get into your own stuff. But as soon as you subscribe, it'll let you straight back into it. You don't have to contact me. Just literally just sign into the forum as you normally would, and it will come up to restart your subscription, and you can just carry on where you left off. Everything you did, your build, your photos, everything is still there, and you just carry on where you left off. But nothing gets deleted. It's not like you have to start afresh. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all still there, and you go and you carry on like that. The only thing is, after 5 years, if it's been inactive after 5 years, it tends to dump it all because it clears the photos. But if you're just normal, you can do it. But every year we lose people, May, June, because we had a cracking summer. I wouldn't know. But it was been very, very nice. We lose members, and then get to this bit, the evenings draw in, and my God, 8 o'clock, dark. What's that about? A couple more weeks, it'll be sat here at 5 o'clock and it'll be dark. So, but yes, it's one of those things. Everyone's starting to come back now.
I've got a question, Phil. What's the difference between the Huey D and the H? I have the Kitty Hawk and I need the D version.
The D version's the early one, which is the difference, basically. The H is a later version. It's got different rotors. It's got different equipment inside it. The biggest thing is a lot of the H's have got wire protection system, which means it's got like the big, it looks like an aerial, but it's not. It's a cutter. Obviously, you don't put those on. But also internally, the cockpit is slightly different between a D and an H. And the reason I know a lot about this is because the guy who designed Kitty Hawk's one He is a aircraft complete nut and buff as well as a pilot. And I said something about it only because I spotted it just a few bits on there on the review. He got in contact with me. He was like, I was the designer of that kit. And as he said, I designed them the D and I designed them an H separately. But for some other reason, Kitty Hawk decided to bring them together and to do it. So he says, you are correct. That's why some parts are for the D, some parts are the H. If you don't know, you don't know. And it just looks but that's basically the difference. It's just a few bits in the cockpit which is really different. The main thing is the rotors, the wire protection system, strike protection system and stuff like that is different. The aerials are different because it's got more modern electronics and avionics in it. So that's the main difference from a modelling point of view. I know it's probably real world, tons of differences, but from a modelling point of view they are. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. They both, basically the D and the H are the stretched Huey. It's just that the D is the early version, think Vietnam. Post-Vietnam, most of the Hueys are H's then. So, and that's the difference. Some of them got upgraded, but not many, because most of them ended up just binning off and buying new. Is what you do.
Could I possibly give a shout out to a company? Now, we don't do it. They're no affiliate to us at all. But to be honest with you, they're a company in Canada called Kit Masks. You might have heard of them, you might not have. And what they do is custom masks and stuff. So if you're into your older kits and you want a mask set, obviously like me, because I hate masking canopies, they're the people to see, because they do lots of kits where, to be honest, you wouldn't think anybody would bother doing a mask set for, but you can also ask them to do custom ones for you.
Right, okay, yeah.
Which I think is a nice touch, to be honest, because I need to mail them about some kit masks that I need, and I might drop the Flory name in there as you do. And but I think the little cottage industry, I think it's a couple who do it, and say they definitely do one for the privateer. The Matchbox privateer, they do a match set for a mask set. Can't get words out for that. And like I say, if you look through their catalogue, a lot of us, like I say, we've not dealt with them, but I think it's one of them little companies that are probably worth a shout out because of what they do and the service they offer. So yeah,
fair enough.
I'll definitely be using them anyway for my rubbish that I like to build and mask.
Right, okay. Where are we? Sorry, I saw a couple of things in here. Apparently the Cosford 410's got the props have been cropped. Does he need a longer takeoff run now then?
Yeah, but basically there, isn't it? It's basically one.
Yeah. It's quite nice there, I must admit, because we were privileged enough to be in underneath the JU-88 one year, weren't we?
Yeah.
JU-88 in front of the Defiant.
Because we were saying, is that blue right underneath? Or is it Dulux?
Yeah, is that the right colour? RLM 76 or whatever it's supposed to be, 65.
It was 76, wasn't it? And as they were saying, it's like nightmare.
Looked a bit blue, but there you go. It depends
blue.
on whose colour chip you were looking at. So,
but yeah, we'll have to go back to Cosford because I haven't been there, and they've had a short around, haven't they? Apparently,
I thought
a bit of a rejig in there, haven't they?
Is the hangar back open at the bottom then, the transport hangar? Because that was shut, weren't it? For doing work on.
Back for a couple of years. Yeah, that's right. It was closed for a while. I remember
we haven't been for ages.
About that before. Yeah, I know we haven't been for ages. Yeah. We'll have to have a run back.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. That's Sunday morning sorted. Whilst dinner's being cooked.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure we'll get away with that.
I say I don't think I'll get away with that one.
No.
Okay, what are we? Yeah, people saying about Peter, Mr. Oxley. It's one he's not on here. Is he working? I haven't seen Peter for a while, actually.
No, I haven't seen Pete for a while, have we?
No.
So,
Jack says, build an old tool kit with all the new tools, aftermarket and techniques versus new tool kits using basic tools and old school techniques. I still am old school. I just did it this morning doing sprue gun. I'm still back in the 1970s. So, yeah. I tell you what is very interesting, though, sometimes, and we've done it on this show many times before, is that we've taken kits which we remember fondly as a kid and we've rebuilt them now. Because obviously I did the Matchbox Phantom, a couple of years ago now, and again to use all my modern things to it, and that kit's awful, really. That's the difference. I look at it now and go, look at the shape. I haven't got it here. It's in my mother's at the moment, storage as I call it. And but yeah, the canopy is awful. It's not, it doesn't even look like a Phantom, to be honest. Yeah, but again, when you're young, and this would have been in the 70s, you didn't care, really.
Look,
box art. That's all it was about, was the box art, you know. So yeah.
And I know we've talked about before about the kits that we can remember building as a child. And one of mine was the Tamiya A10. And when I was in Hobbycraft yesterday, I was like, get me a white paint. And I was looking at the Tamiya A10 thinking, should I? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I didn't.
Not very expensive though, is it? It's proper cheap.
It's not, but
I was going to say, it's not an expensive
kit. Would I ever
kit.
build it? Do you know what I mean? I'd probably buy a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that reliving your childhood bit, isn't it? That's why I've got the big Airfix Stuka.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Just that thing, innit, of...
I think sometimes it's really, really nice to do it.
Afford.
Yeah, that you couldn't afford at the time. That's very true. We said that before. Yeah. They were the top shelf ones, the expensive ones. You know?
Yeah.
The ones as a kid you were like, oh, it's like the holy grail of modelling.
I hope I get one for Christmas.
Yes, that you never did.
Or birthday or big, you know what I mean? It would have been that, wouldn't it?
We're back to me BMX that I never got.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, I was going to say, how much is it?
20 odd quid, aren't they?
I know.
Well, they're even cheaper from me, aren't they? Because we've got them in the shop.
Have you got them in shop?
Yeah, they're in the shop. Yeah, we've got them.
You could get a discount and 10% off and a free mug if you bought two.
Oh, you don't get carried away.
Any chance of getting a super? Oh God, we're moving now. The chat's suddenly come alive. Any chance of getting a super hobby, the jigs and the stands? Hey, what? John, say that again in English. I know my reading is terrible, but even I can't make that work. Any chance of getting a super hobby, the jigs and the thing? Yeah, you're gonna have to do that one again, John, in English. Kit masks are great. I've got a set for my old Monogram Devastator.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think that's probably the biggest difference these days, especially if you're doing bombers and stuff like that. I would never even entertain not getting a mask set anymore. Would we?
No, God, no, not me. You know what I'm like. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember not so many years ago where Phil wouldn't have a mask set.
I know. Yeah,
I know. I was talking shit. Come on, you can have that.
Hey, go back further than that when Phil said, what's the point of buying expensive sprue cutters when you can use a pair of those?
Shush now. I'm sorry, I've just lost them all for a moment. Sorry about that.
You got us all onto Vallejo paints and expensive airbrushes.
You're all on Harder and Steenbeck airbrushes.
Harder and Steenbeck using Vallejo Model Air.
Vallejo Model Air. Yeah.
And funny enough as well, actually, we've had this before. It's like, well, why would you want to build these old crap kits when you've got all brand new ones and all nice
new tool stuff?
Tooling.
This is it.
Phil,
yeah.
That chap, I think he was asking, Dirk's put up in there, is it possible to buy the stands via Super Hobby instead of direct?
Oh, who's Super Hobby? That's the thing. I think
they're an American.
Are they? Oh, right.
Shop,
okay.
Aren't they? Super Hobby.
Oh, right. Apparently Super Hobby stock the washes. Are they the Australian people? Because they don't get them via me. I assume Super Hobby must be getting them via Hannants. Because Super Hobby don't come directly to me. I think they get their washes. It's a Polish shop.
That's a Polish shop.
Oh, right. I don't know where they're getting the washes from because they're not from me. Are they sure they're genuine?
Ooh. Are they counterfeit?
Counterfeit.
No, I'm not saying that for a minute. No, but they may be getting them out of Hannants because Hannants, obviously, a lot of companies deal with Hannants, and Hannants have the wash in bulk, so they trade it out as well.
I wonder if Hannants are trading for kits.
Is that what they're doing? Some bit of
I don't know. Allegedly. Let me get
Allegedly.
the word in there. Just you know, I'm not saying they do anything dodgy and illegal, but perhaps it's a bit of a thing off trade off. I don't know.
Yeah. At the moment, just going back on track then, Super Hobby, I don't stock, I believe they don't, because the only place you can get the stands at the moment is via me, is directly from our shop. But, you know, again, it may be, you know, we could ship it around. If Super Hobby want to come direct, I don't want to obviously undercut Hannants, because obviously Hannants stock our wash, but I know Hannants, obviously a lot of shops, people say to me, oh, such and such stocks it. I'm like, do they? I don't know, because obviously we supply Hannants and Hannants then distribute. So yeah, that's the thing to that one. Oh, hold on, I've just found a little bit of the plane, not the plane, the stand. So somebody will be saying, I haven't got the angle.
Yeah, but the one angle we need.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's nice to know where people stock the wash and all the rest of it. I can, I'll put a list up because everyone asks me where they can get it from. But as you say, I don't know who stocks it. It just magical. It just like goes in the ether. So yes. Question, Phil. Do you ever build? Did you ever build the AMP 148 scale Gazelle? No, I have it here. Matt got me the skids for it because my skids were broken.
Missing. Yeah, there was one were missing, weren't it?
I had one missing, yeah. But no, I have. It's right in front of me. I'm just looking for it. There it is. I've got the Sharks version, the HT2 or the SA341 Gazelle. Actually, I'm better off without my glasses. So yes, no, I haven't done it yet. Again, these are all lovely little kits I'd like to do. Trouble is, Alistair, it's that thing you get, you know, going and
sidetracked.
Yeah. To be honest with you, next year, I'm putting this out now. I'm going to just do and get on more. This year has been an absolute nightmare because of that out there, you know, which has basically killed 6 months of my year. Going to go out the window doing that. But hopefully next year we can properly get back on it. I'd like to do a lot of smaller builds, if we like, instead of the big ones, so I can just cut through them a lot quicker.
So doing a 124th Stuka, a 118th FW190. What else could we think massive for him to do?
Massive kits. This is it.
A 148th B52.
This is it.
No, you ought to do that Peacemaker. That's
the Peacemaker. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the 148 scale Peacemaker.
Yeah, little kit, not that long.
Yes. Fair enough. There you go. John's saying that he's learned a lot about how a car works, making the Tamiya 1/12 scale Lola?
Lotus.
I think he means Lotus. Yeah, the Lotus.
Or Lola. Is it a Lola?
Than he ever learnt from a Haynes manual. That's what you need, though. So I like the engineering side of kits. Really, I do like it. I like it sometimes when you're doing armour and they've got working stuff. Like, you know, proper working suspension and tracks. And that's why I like doing the Tamiya World War I tank. Because you've got the motor, you have to put all the cogs in the gears and then click it and let it drive off across your desk and then fall off the end. And then I super glue it to a diorama and weld it in with loads of weathering. So it will never move again. So, yeah, lots of people shouting out for the Polish Super Hobby. Apparently it's a very good shop. So, yeah, very good.
There you
go. Dennis says UK time 5 hours ahead is still until later in session. Okay. What new model aircraft kits are you looking forward to when they are released? Recently ordered the brand new 172nd Aerocraft models 3D printed Martin Baker MB3.
Hampton from ICM. That'll do.
Yeah.
I take it I'm actually culling my stash to put some money away to save up for a kit, which is that Defiant from Airscale.
Yes.
I want that. I do want that kit. So I
How
think
much is that,
still 300 odd quid, I think it is. So I'm having a stash call to get myself one of them.
He's got to redo it, hasn't he? Because he's out of stock. They're all sold.
Oh no, have I missed the boat?
Yeah, there was only a limited run, wasn't it?
Oh, well, not be game
one.
Well,
that'll be funny. It's 3D printed. You just print more. That's the whole point.
What we'll do is, I think he goes to Telford. I'll go and ask him politely. Could you?
You're going to go and feel him up.
Print me one, please, Mister.
Yes, that's
It'll
what you
be
need
cool
to
if
do.
he does do the Dornier 17.
Big lump though, wouldn't it? 32nd. You know,
Yeah.
because the
I'm still going to put this out there. I'm still really worried about a Dornier being 3D printed because of the actual printed material. Doesn't take a lot of temperature to bend it. In fact, it only takes 35 degrees to bend it.
Oh, leave it in the shade.
You've got to keep it in the shade. It ought to come with a health warning on those kits. I know it from theory, and I know one of our members had trouble with it recently as well when a eagle suddenly decided to land itself.
Fall on his head.
Bent up. And you think that's not got... If you think about an eagle lander, with the way it's got 4 legs, it's not a lot, really.
Squat.
Yeah, it's squat, isn't it? So it's all pretty central. So when it's sat there, but for that to literally go, you know,
banana.
You imagine if it's a bomber though of that type of scale on gear, it's going to do a lot easier.
Staggy a bit. How's your Y-wing?
Yeah, the Y-wing's fine, absolutely. Although I do store it vertically because obviously I don't have it on the stand. Because it obviously takes up too much room, but it is stored vertically, stood upright, which is how you should store your X-wings.
So this Dornier, we'll take the 3D printed Dornier as an example. Then, so if you put it on your wall, like you hang your kits, are we looking at problems there? Are we thinking that's still going to go?
Possibly, yeah. That is the trouble with it, possibly. That is the only thing with 3D printed stuff. Unless they are going to be 3D printed in something a bit tougher and a bit more heat resistant. Sorry, dog's on my foot. If it's heat resistant, was it TPU, whatever they use, then won't be so much of a problem. But if it's printed in like standard PLA and stuff like that, then that's the trouble with the heat. It's a bit of a nemesis with resin in general.
Once you've built it, you've built it. Well, just put it in a box and put it in the loft.
Well, yeah, this is true. Where it'll melt and you get it out one day and it's like...
Yeah, but you've built it. You've had your fun out of building it and painting it.
I'm sure you'll lift off the lid and say that. Oh, well, I've had me fun from it as you pull out basically a dustbin lid. Where it's gone flat in there because it's been in your loft at 100 degrees in the summer. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes.
I go all tell us because he's built his Defiant, hasn't he? He's built one, so he's going to know where he lives as well because it ain't cool in his part of the world, is it?
No, definitely not. But the thing is, I think again, this is one of those, and I know it's been mentioned on other things like the Replica Prop Forum and stuff like that. Talk about it a lot. No one's still quite sure what happens to things like PLA, resin in general, over time because it's so new. 10 years down the line, does it start to crumble, for instance? Does it literally start to melt?
But who cares in 10 years' time?
Well, this is it. But people who love and adore and dust their kits might.
Oh, they'll have to take that chance then, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I say, till it happens and there's a kickback, then you don't know what's going to occur with it, do you? So, I mean, your resin Star Destroyer was all warped, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's proper old school resin, not printed stuff.
Proper the old school stuff. Yeah. No, that's the trouble.
So,
but
yeah. Don't know. Time will tell, won't it?
Don't know. As you say, got to just be careful with these things. What else have we got? Jonathan asks, how come the sanding sticks have been discontinued? Jesus, Jonathan, you're so out of date. So they got finished 5 years ago because of COVID and the prices went through the roof and all the rest of it. And quite frankly, now to restart the production line and get them going again, I can't afford to do it. And there's a small part of me that doesn't want to do it because it's a lot of work. I wouldn't do that because it's going to look terrible on camera. Especially, you're not Lola. This pink thing sniffing up here, isn't it? Yes. So look.
Okay.
It's all right. I'll feed it a biscuit, everyone.
Give her a biscuit.
You give her a biscuit. So, yes, unfortunately not. And again, I will say it for the people, because I had an email only yesterday about it, somebody asking about, can I give them all the information so they can make them?
No.
Said no one ever. Yes, of course you
Yeah,
can have
exactly.
all my
I don't think
research
so.
and development and everything, you know,
Yeah.
and all things like that. So, yes. So, no, that's not going to happen either.
No.
But yes, I had a guy, I think it was about a few months ago now, saying, well, seeing as you can't be bothered to make them anymore, I'll do it. So if you tell me who made them, the factory, and all your different measurement settings and what you use for it, I'll do it. Well, of course, I said. Have all my information and that to make a fortune and all the rest of it. Don't worry about me. So, yes. Anyway, that's just me. Right, shall I do another demo? Sorry, go on.
Charge him 20 grand and pay for your kitchen.
Well, this is it. Yes.
No commission fee.
To be honest, this show and everyone is sponsored by my kitchen, because now we're so over budget, it's turned into a money pit. So you guys hopefully are going to help me finish my building work this weekend. So please buy a mug or something, because we need it. Also, just to pull on the heartstrings, poor Amber here, who's 1 year old now, hasn't got a garden. Because we've just got a part, and you've got nowhere to have a wee or anything. We have to go out the front, don't we? Because you've lost your garden. I know, mate. I know.
And as you can tell, she hasn't been fed for at least half an hour.
You can see she's clearly starving. Look at this poor dog. Otherwise, we can only afford little biscuits to feed you, isn't it? You sure? Your mate will be down here tomorrow. She's going to go home tonight and go, we have biscuits all day long down in the unit. It was great. So the other lad will be down tomorrow. Right, come on, dude, get down. Good girl. That's fine. Right, okay. So next up, good question came up the other day. Sorry? Yep.
Sorry, you're doing the demo now?
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
Right, thanks. Thanks, Mum. So anyway, a very good question came up the other day. And I was describing on one of our other live shows about how I'd stuck my finger to my model because the extra thin had capillarized and gone under. And when I took it off, I left a very nasty fingerprint and I sanded it out and all the rest of it. Didn't show it because it's one of those things that happens quite a lot with me. So I thought I would show it. I did try and do it on this, hence this is sanded and all the rest of it, but it didn't come out very well on a video. So I thought what I would do is use this, which is a proper kit. I'm using this at the moment. I'm working on the Bronco. And I thought I'd show you roughly what I did and how I rectified the problem and all the rest of it. So how many times, and I know I'm just not the only one here, where you may be doing something down in here, and so I've bunged the doors in and all the rest of it, and you're coming around with some glue, all right? So you might put your finger just down in here, and it tracks maybe along a panel line or something else like that, and you come along like this, all right? And with a generous amount, all right, get a drop, you know, you stick it to your finger and it literally is now, and I can't feel it and it feels fine, and perhaps you're holding the part together or whatever it is. And I'm going to do this as a worst case scenario, so I'm going to do both sides, all right? And perhaps you're holding the part so it doesn't you know pull apart or whatever you're doing. So you've got hold of it for a couple of minutes, and with the warmth of your finger, and obviously you've got a weld action glue, and it's just shot along and gone through and all the rest of it. So you sort of, you know, you're holding it out. And I'm pushing, as you can see by my nail, it's quite white here. All right, so I am pushing down on this to make sure it does the job. And then you go take your finger, and now you've stuck it to your finger. And you're like, oh, balls. You know, and it, you know, it literally is properly stuck here, right? So you then pull your finger off and you're left with a massive, great fingerprint. And I've now probably destroyed some of the detail and all the rest of it on there like that. So first thing you do is you don't panic. Don't try and sand it right now, because obviously this is soft to a certain extent, because it's where it's melted, it will soften obviously the area because it's a weld action glue and all the rest of it. But because I've used Quickset, hopefully this will go off quite quickly. You can then, once it's dry, sand it back and get rid of the fingerprint that's occurred down there, and we can pop back in the panel line and all the rest of it. So phase one, don't panic about it. If I was you, I would literally leave this genuinely off to one side for a good couple of hours, or at least come back the next day when it's completely dried. We haven't got that luxury, so we're going to do it here. All right. So what we're going to do is we will come along with, and as I said, you could use these fantastic sanding sticks and sponges, which are not available. So what I've got down in here is some of the next best stuff, which is the display stuff. All right. So what I've got here is a little bit of 1000, and I've got a bit of 1500 grit on this one. So to start with, as I say, we will wet the area. All right. So you wet it, and then we just come along and we just lightly sand down. We're not pushing, we're letting the sander do all the work, and you can see this fingerprint area in here quite heavily, and we're just going to keep sanding down, and we've got a little bit of a dent in here as well, which isn't helping. Okay, so we're just going to lightly, and what we're doing is we're just taking off the raised edges. So we're taking off all these raised edges, and we're sort of working our way down now. And what I'm doing is I'm looking across this, and I'm looking for shiny bits. I'm trying to find it in the light. There you can see it. There we go. So we've got this sort of shiny bits now. So this bit in the area isn't too bad. We've taken care of that. But the big problem we've got this shiny area here. The reason we've got shinier is because it's actually polished plastic. So we're trying to dull it down so it's all dull right the way across. All right. So again, I wet, to be honest, I lick it. And then obviously we're just wet and drying right the way across these. And you can hear, and obviously you can feel, but visually for you guys, you just want to see it. So everything starts to, you know, really sort of bend back and go back and all the rest of it. But again, when we're sanding and stuff like this, we're not doing it locally in the area. We're going past it really. So the entire area is nicely sanded and looking pretty good. All right. So we're just going to go over, and then we're just going to change our direction. So I'll rotate it. And again, normally you'd let this dry. So if this goes horrendously wrong, my get out clause is we should have let this dry. Just saying. All right, so we're going to go right the way over it, clean it back, and we start to have a look. I've got a couple of shiny bits, but we're looking pretty good on there. All right, then we're going to flip over now to our 1500. Same thing again. I'm going to wet it first before we do it. And then we're just going to go over. And then this is then hopefully going to take out some more of the problem areas. And it's going to really smooth everything out. So we can properly get down here. So you're not trying to rip through it. In other words, we haven't come in here with something like a medium sanding stick and rip the hell out of this. We're just gently going through here. And also we're slightly getting bigger with every polish. So we're taking out any scratches and damages down there as well. So now we've got a old worn out sander. So we're just going to go right the way over the entire thing. And we're acutely aware we're probably losing some detail, some riveting, and everything else is there. But if we just come down in here, and we go right the way over, and again, this should smooth it out, and now it's nice and flat. So then what we'll do, we'll come back with a polisher, old polisher, and we're just going to go over this now. And then hopefully you can see coming along nicely. We're going to have to pop back. We're going to have to redo this panel line. And obviously this one here, we've got a little bit of a mark at the top here, which we will just pop back and take care of. So just this little one up here. And again, just a little bit of back and forth with this as we go. All right, so you're just looking at it all over, looking for any parts which perhaps need to be taken care of. I've got a little bit of an edge just down in here. I'm going to sand that back. Again, it would have been better if I'd left it a little bit longer than like 3 minutes. But hey, this is the cards we are dealt. Okay. That's better. And there we go. That's got rid of it pretty much. Everything. You can just see the faint outline, but that's totally smooth to touch. All right, so I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop the panel lines back in. And again, we're not going to panic or worry about it at all. All right, so grab the magnifiers. So again, we can see roughly where the panel lines are. So we're going to do it open hand or sort of free hand. So we're just going to pop the blade in and we are literally just going to drag this along and following the old line very lightly just to pull it through. Dust that off, and then with it's done one, this second one we can be a little bit more deeper. We can pull it right through. Then we've got this little bit of panel line up here. And we'll pop that one back in. This one over here, which is pop this one in and round it down the bottom. And then again, we'll just pop this one in at the front. Same thing again for the first time, because there's a little bit of something there, but it's not all there. So again, if you start to feel that you're losing it, then obviously you could line up against it and all the rest. I think we're pretty much okay to freehand it. So we'll pull down. Don't forget, if you wanted to, you could come up if it's gone too far, but you should just be able to follow the old school line down in there like that. And then we'll just come across here. We'll just finish up this little guy. So that's all good. And again, any areas you feel are a little bit, need a little bit more, you can just follow down like that. Then we got the riveting. Now, depending on your riveting distance, you can either do it freehand. So down in here, we've got a pin. We can see where these holes are, but they're just, if I did this up my hole, they're just dust. So we can literally just come in and we can just give them a little tiny bit of pressure. And we can put recessed panel lines back in just by following where we're going. So if we just do these, because you can still see we haven't sanded far enough to go right the way through everything. But if you have, then you can obviously pop them back in. All right, so over here in this area here, we have gone a little bit too far. So again, we're just going to go one. And then I'm looking at the other panel of the actual, I think these are actually for the pin marks coming through of where they are. And I can see the old ones on the top. So I'm going to mirror them across because we've lost them completely. So we're just going to mirror these and they're going to come down. And we'll mirror these ones all the way across here. Again, just a dot one, because we're going to sand all of these in and take the heads off and all the rest of it in a moment. But again, we're just going to work our way across here. And to be honest, I'm using the other side as a clue. And then these ones are a bit full up with dust and they're a little bit fine now. So we're going to pop all of those back. All right. And we'll just pop some of these in. That's pretty good. All right, maybe just a few on these front ones as well. All right, and then just put these ones all in. Obviously, these ones here are bigger than any Rosie the Riveter or whatever your riveting favorite tool is. So I can't get back in here to actually do it. There's any little ones on the top here, which we've somewhat lost. So we'll just pop these back in here. All right, then just these at the bottom, and again, they don't go everywhere on these, so we've got some of these to go in down in here. Should have made this a little bit more localized so it won't take as long, but bear with me. Do it as quick as I can. Need a commercial break. Oh no. Okay, just down in here, popping these rivets all back down. Hey, it could be worse. There's TikTok videos that have this as well.
That's what you could make, a TikTok video.
Okay, well, this should be a TikTok video. Okay, so we're just going to clean all of those. There's a few little ones going to come down in here, which I can just still make out the dusty bits of these. So I'm just going to pop some of these in. I'm not going to do the entire thing, but you get the idea. And then just these last ones just down in here.
You could do as one of them relaxing videos, Phil. Just put some bird noises in the background, and,
yeah,
rustling the leaves and a bit of rain and stuff, and have a ASMR video.
This is it. This is where I've been going wrong.
It is.
There we have it. Right, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my finest high coat. Breathe in, dog. Right. 1 second.
So don't go on your cutting mat.
No, I won't spray my cutting mat. I'll do this in the bench. God, I can't see anything with my magnifiers on. It's too far away for that. Hold on, swapping over. Right. Breathe in now. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Out of the way, out of the way. You can't have it. It's not a stick. We're not playing chase. Okay. And then we'll just let this dry down.
You're not got a hair dryer?
I haven't got a hairdryer. I just need this to dry down a bit. Hold on. Hold on. Give it a sec just to dry down a bit. And then we'll give it a final sand and we'll be good to go. So this is just to check the scribing and the riveting and all the rest of it. So yes, hold on, just give it a second. This is High Coat's finest. It won't take long. It's pretty good stuff, this. It's lacquer. Hold on, I'll give it a waft. Talk amongst yourselves just for a minute. Hold on. Breathe in, dog. It's fine. Here we go. Hold on. Still a bit sticky. So I need a hairdryer. I don't have a hairdryer in here. It's fine.
Why don't you go and borrow one?
Yes. Take me fridge and get across the building site and in. Okay. I'm sure the other half will be impressed if I'm using their GHDs to do this.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's fine. Right. Okay. So what we'll do is just give it a nice gentle sand. It's still so actually you can see we've polished the area where the thumbprint is, but we've got no, you can see the area, there we go, catching it in there. It's polished this area, but we have no fingerprint into it at all. Works very, very nicely. So light sand. Don't take it too far. There we go. Perfect. And now you can just carry on now with your life without any drama or anything else like that. It's all nice and smooth. In fact, it's too polished now in this area. Lovely. And that's how you get rid of them. And like I said the other day, that works. Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry to say, like you said, I think we've all been there, haven't we?
Yep. We've all done it.
Brother.
Yep.
Frustratingly so.
But yeah, so by the time you put a flat coat over that and all the rest of it, that'll be working absolutely fantastic. But that's now more polished than anywhere else. So very nice indeed. But again, it's one of those ones we often talk about. Don't panic. You know, you could do the same as well. If you put a drop of paint onto it, which we've all done, or I do with my colour cup, things like that. It's a case of don't sort of run in there and rush to it and try and wipe it off, because what's going to happen is it will go straight down to bare plastic and you end up with like a bullseye effect or a fisheye. So again, if you just leave it, let it dry totally, then just sand it back, flat it back, and you'll be good to go. Are you happy with that? Do you think that's good? Is that good? Yeah? Fine. That's it.
Got canine approval.
That's it. Yeah, I approve this method, isn't it, dude? You're very good sales pitch. That's lovely.
She's more like thinking,
Come on,
I could eat that.
Mate. Yeah,
Where's
that's
my
the thing.
biscuit?
Go on, throw it. Throw it. Where's your one? What have you done with your one? There's your one. Look. Yeah. Look, what's this? Ah, sitting. Paul, good girl. Thank you. That's it. That's it. Chuck it on my chair. It's fine. So yeah, that's the easy and the quick way of doing it and all the rest of it. But again, it's that thing about not panicking. And as modelers, there's nothing you can't fix unless you break the clear parts. Then you're stuffed.
Clear parts.
Then you can go back to spare parts department, ask them if they've got one, or if not, try and find a vac form one or something. So yes. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, don't do it with super glue because that's a whole new ball game of trying to use debonder. But always, if you do, pro tip, keep debonder within arm's reach of where you're working. So if you're like me and you super glue yourself to your bench, you don't have to surgically skin graft yourself to get help. Walk around with a cutting mat. You could literally just use debonder. But now I always keep a bottle of debonder next to the bench. So if I ever super glue myself to anything, then it's not a problem.
I think depending on which what kit you super glue yourself, a sharp saw through the thumb or whatever is probably a better option than trying to wreck your kit.
Where is it? You need the old Tamiya bone saw, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Take the thumb off and then try and get it off rather than.
That's it. That's what you need. I've got that one as well, but I've got the Tamiya one. So...
I've got a Tamiya one somewhere. I don't know where it is actually. I thought it was in this drawer. It might have been the one below.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, do a bit of plunge moulding. That's what you need to do. You'll be fine. What do we got? Retrievers, high energy. I know, I've got 2. Little in here. That's why after the show, we'll go for a walk and then you can come back and have our dinner. Otherwise, you'll be going mad by tonight. Jonathan's asking, which kit is better for the 132nd F-35A? Trumpeter or Italeri?
What's that again, sorry?
Which is a better kit, the Trumpeter or Italeri F-35 in 132nd?
Probably the yeah. Ooh. That's a good question. I don't know, actually.
So, using our magical tool of search on the site,
not using AI,
using AI powered. Obviously, there is a full build of that particular kit, and there's various ones down here. But you will find we've got the review of the Italeri kit. So if you want to see
that,
oh, sorry, that's 72nd. Sorry, I have got it. Yeah, it's here somewhere.
That's not what we want. I don't think we've done a 30-second one, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Italeri kit.
Yeah, back in the day. Oh,
don't think so.
Yeah, no, we did.
You did a Trumpy one.
No, I've done the other one as well. I had the Italeri one. That's how I know I've done the review of it.
Alternatively, you could pick something more interesting to build.
There's nothing wrong with F-35s. They're cracking. They come in different marking options now and stuff. You get the aggressor ones especially. They're fine. Hold on, let me find it. I'll get it on the old YouTube.
I tell you what, they make a Tomcat look more like, buildable.
I quite fancy doing an F-35A as an aggressor because they're quite cool.
Great plane, boring to look at.
That's it. The Trumpeter one, which has now got almost 25,000 views, which we did as Trumpeter's best kit. You just didn't realise it.
Yeah.
Is there. Hold on. Where's the other one? There it is. I knew I'd done it. I don't know why it's not showing up in the thing, but if you go to the Flory Models page, here it is. I have got. There we go. Turn sound off. Otherwise, we'll get a thing for muting myself. There we go. There's the full review of the said.
Oh, it is the Italeri one.
Yeah. So there's both reviews up here to go through, and you can have a look at a peruse at your own thing. with the differences with it. To be honest,
what's your gut feeling?
Again, it's been so long since I've seen the Atari one. I'm looking at it now to refresh my memory of how it was. So again, you know, it's got some nice options right the way through. Or your other one, of course, is this one.
That's the B, but it's near enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the B. It's basically it's the same kit with a few little changes and all the rest of it. Personally, it's one of those things. This is the big area, is this RAM tape business on here, which, as we know, with each kit is completely overdone, the way that they've done it. On the Atari one, if I remember rightly, where's the thing to it? Here we go. It's got it. Personally, if I'm being honest, I think the Trumpeter one's better, because the Trumpeter one's got a little bit more, you know, look to it. Here we go. You can probably see it's shiny plastic, but it's not got much detail onto it. Where obviously, if you look at the Trumpeter one, you have got all these riveting and details, which it doesn't have. So again, it's one of those ones. If you want to do it for a little bit of detail and things like that, you know, then yeah, yes, it's a bit difficult. The Trumpeter one looks more interesting. I think the Trumpeter one will probably go together easier. But then obviously the Atari one is a little bit more accurate because it hasn't got all of these problems, all the areas all over it. And I think it's a little bit more basic. So again, it's as long as it's short, because obviously if you want to fill and get rid of these, obviously that's a chore. You don't have it with the Atari one. I don't know what difference in price. I don't know quite what they are. As I say, that may be a factor into this. But anyway, it gives you a little bit of an idea between both of them. Have a biscuit. Keep giving you biscuits. There we go. We won't need dinner tonight. So, yes. Yeah, I think it is that thing, though. I think people see the F-35, but if you look at the Navy ones, the C, that's quite cool. It's got some nice weathering to them. They have a bit of weathering and stuff like that. But they are what they are these days. These very nice, sleek aircraft, you know? So yeah, I can understand people's anti-thing to it, if you like, but don't know. Personally, it's growing on me, the F-35. I think it looks quite cool. It's a good performer. So we're looking forward to the F-47, of course, now. The Trump.
When's that due? Hey, when's that due?
Well, rumour has it it's already flying, but we haven't seen it yet. So right. We will see. There's some renders and things going around doing the thing about it. But
is it a Skunk's Work one?
I know. I think Boeing's doing this one.
All right.
Yeah. Skunk Work have just released details of their latest creation, which is a loyal wingman. I can't remember what it's called now. What's it called? Somebody will know. What's the new Skunk Work one called? It's got a catchy name, but it's a loyal wingman. It's unmanned, and it flies with F-35s and things like that.
Oh, right. Okay. Is it a drone?
Yeah. It's basically a drone. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
No, I do. No.
Have you seen that supersonic thing that has been building with the great big long nose, so it doesn't?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Make
the stiletto.
booms.
Yes, doesn't make sonic booms anymore. So they're going to turn it into a passenger plane, aren't they? That's the plan.
Strange thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Adam says the F-35 nicknamed Fat Amy, Battle Penguin. That's what we call it. The UK name for it is called the Battle Penguin, the F-35, which I think is far better. But no, you can't have it because its nickname is Fat Amy. That doesn't count.
No.
Yes, you got the new Chinese Gen 6 fighter got released yesterday. Yeah, will the F-47 be overall suntan orange? Question: what are Matt and Andy working on currently?
Go on, Andy, you can go first.
I'm working on the
I'll let you.
Tamiya. Pick it up. It's got all my paints in it. This is going to end in disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And a 16C.
Mm-hmm.
The fair, what started me off on that one was Phil, inadvertently, because he basically said that anyone who flies DCS or modelers then build the aircraft that they fly in DCS. And I thought, well, that's not a bad idea. So I'm building the F-16 first. I've already got the F-18A to build. And as we've been talking, I've been looking on the, talking about the A10. And then I've like gone down a rabbit hole now of like looking at A10s to decide which A10 to buy.
Mm.
You need to build the Tamiya one now. You've mentioned
Tamiya
it.
one.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm sort of like now thinking about the Hobby Boss.
No.
But then thinking, well, the Hobby Boss then led me on to the Hobby 2000 one.
Oh God. No. Go retro.
Decisions.
So possibly it might be the Hobby 2000 one.
Which is the Academy one.
Yeah, I know, but it's got more decals and things like that. And
It's got
mass set
master.
and
It's got master.
got mass set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I get you. I hear you, mate. I hear you.
And you've got one in stock.
Oh, that didn't want to happen, did it?
Oh,
Press
oh,
wrong
oh.
button.
Very
It's
nice.
camera on. There we go.
There
And
it
that's what
is.
I'm doing.
There it is.
I showed this on Thursday for the members. I am building a Academy Helldiver. So there's my current build, which is being a video build. So
As
Very
Phil
nice.
was actually doing his display that he was doing, I was actually doing the intakes, giving them another coat on the inside. Probably the best intakes I've ever done, seamless wise.
They are very good, Andy, but you're going to need to watch my video. So when you get the two joined together, you don't get the step.
They're together now anyway, so...
No. From the front end to the rear end.
Oh, see what you mean.
Because what happens is the leading edge one, when you just put it in there, you'll notice you will see a step and you can see it from looking inside. But if you watch my little video on it, you'll see about that. When it fits through, because sometimes you get a
What
step.
I'll do, cut the tabs off.
You'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'll watch your video.
Have a look at the video, the old classic one where I accidentally deleted the footage, so I had to rebuild another one. I ended up building 3
I
and
remember
16
that,
to that video. Yeah. So yes, and obviously Matt's working on the legendary Academy Helldiver.
it is in 70-second scale.
Mm.
It's a great kit. Really, really good kit. Enjoying it. No problems at all. To be honest with you, if it worked for doing a bit of work on the cockpit, it's actually quite a boring kit to film.
Yeah.
Because there's no real issues with it. So so this beer has kind of been skipped. You're going to go a bit of talking because we're going to have to move, because there's just nothing to show, because the wings fit perfect, the tails fit perfect. The front obviously is just put a push fit at the minute. So I need to do the engine. But again, that is like such a good fit. It's a really nice just mojo build, I suppose. Like I say, if I had to put the etch in it, of course, I could stop dropping it. If I had to put the Edward etch in it, it probably won't far be off now, to be honest. But you know, you get a Bombay detailed in your wheel wells if you're into all that. I'll tell you the weakest part actually, in which I've had to upgrade, and apart from adding a bit to the cockpit, is I've shoved them in the box. The wheels have got injection pin 3 on the tyre.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's nothing anywhere else. The rest of it is really good, and I just let me see. Hold on, talk amongst yourself while I dig it out of this thing, and I'll show you what I mean.
Annie Rudin said, says,
So
build the A10, the Great Wall Hobby A10, Andy. Problem is, I've gone from like a 20-odd kid quid,
to 100 quid.
to a 31
100
to a
quid.
41, then on to like a 70-80 pound one. Yeah, it wasn't ever my intention.
So there's me upgraded wheels.
Couldn't you print any?
No, I couldn't find a print for them, to be honest. But I've got a thing, I don't know. Let me just zoom in. Hold on. Just that way. You might be able to see. I mean, they won't be hard to repair these injection. Where are we? So which side are we? That side. Can you see them?
Well,
You see
hold it still.
The pin?
Yeah, roughly. It's not a brilliant picture today.
No, it's not, is it? Is that any better?
No,
Anyway,
there's
there's
three.
three.
A bit, yeah.
It's not, is it? It's a rubbish today, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this
There you go. Well, you can see them. Yeah, I can see them.
But yeah, why?
Yes.
I don't understand. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to get out. Let's be honest. It's being a bit lazy, but for the cost of what a set of aftermarket wheels, and they're a bit more detailed as well, obviously, because they're CMK. I'm just going to chuck them on. But
very nice.
Yeah, like I said, the rest of the kit is all right. I'm going to give that a dry brush of actually the old dark iron or steel, whichever one, discontinued, but it's perfect for that. And then obviously paint the front, the colour, the bluey grey colour. So yeah, we're getting there with it. Nice kit, highly recommended if you can get one.
You know the new metal colour one that's come out, Matt, that you said?
Yeah.
Is that a buffable one?
No. They've
discontinued
that range.
Discontinued that.
Yeah, the proper old school buffables are discontinued. And I don't know why. Right, let's see if we can get my camera back on. I might have to turn that one on.
Okay, Kurt says, quick question on dry brushing. Best brushes, type and size.
Wrong one. That one.
For me, for my dry brushing, which is a demonstration of this coming up tomorrow, I have all these nice parts over here ready to do a demo on all of that over here. So that's for tomorrow's show. But I actually quite like, I don't even know they're still available, are they, Matt? These are the AK interactive brushes. Do they still do them? Yeah.
I think they've changed them because I've got the set up here.
Good girl.
They did a nice little box set, but to be honest, they've like discontinued all the brushes and they've started a new set. So I've got that set, which has got the different dry brushes in. But again, I actually don't know if these are still available at KK because they've been changing their product lines again. Stuff's getting discontinued. Do you know what? It's like reinventing the wheel. Here's mine, look. Never used, obviously.
Yeah.
Never used in anger. But again, they can't. Do you know what they are? Makeup brushes, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. Yeah.
Put your foundation on with them or whatever.
I've got a few, and I'm going to shake the boat up a bit here.
Oh.
Great Wall Hobby Citadel dry brush brushes.
Yeah.
Because if anyone knows anything about dry brush brushing, it's
gamers.
Gamers, yeah.
Oh, they're not like that, and they're professional.
Not Great Wall Hobby, are they?
The Games
Workshop.
Games Workshop.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a demo all about that tomorrow, so you might want to watch this. But as I say, my big thing with dry brushing isn't the brushes at all. Mine is using oils. Dry brush with oils, it's a game changer. If you've never done it, it's like night and day. It is so much better. It's the gift that keeps giving. You can dry brush so much more detail with oils than you could ever do with acrylics, or especially any other type of bottle paint.
With dry brushing as well, it's like again a lost technique. I think it's something I've rediscovered dry brushing, and I think the pros of it are well outweigh the negatives. Yeah. I think the effects you can get and. You can build it up. You've got a lot more control, especially if you're using oils like Phil says. I mean, for the metallizer on the engines, but even doing metallic parts, if you paint them black and dry brush them, you just get a better, more, I don't know, metal look. To be honest, especially on some parts, you can't do an old aircraft like say when Phil did his Mustang and it never dried.
Yeah.
That's not recommended, especially with buffables. But again, if you're just drying small parts, like say engines or bits that you're not really going to touch, I think they're brilliant. Do Humbro still do their buffable metallics? Do you know?
Yeah.
Because they did a range, didn't they, of a few colours of buffable. I've got some, to be honest, that are packed away with the rest of the Umbro paints. But I just wondered if they were still available.
It was something that was very much overdone a few years ago, wasn't it? Say like 10 years ago.
Well, probably longer, probably 20 years ago, probably something. Really, I know what you got. Yeah.
Especially on armour, that everything was like every single corner or sharp edge or nut or bolt or everything was just dry brushed and
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I think for cockpits and stuff, if it's got raised detail, it's the easiest way to paint them, isn't it? Then just you've got then your outlines and stuff, or edge highlights, and then you can just go in with your reds or whatever if you want to put some colours in with your Posca pens or AK marker, whatever you want, paintbrush, and then just touch it in. But do you still dry brush, John?
Yeah, I've got a variety. Makeup brushes. I've got some proper dry brushes similar to those AK ones.
Yeah. I had some cut down ones, like homemade dry brushes. You just cut it down to like a because I had it just brushes. I did have it just for metallics because you don't want to cross contaminate.
Oh yeah.
Like once you've had metallics in there, they're kind of in there forever, aren't they? That's the problem. So
yeah, I have got one brush, which is a fairly biggish flathead brush, which is just purely metallics, and that's it.
Yeah. So do you prefer a flat brush or a round brush for dry brushing?
I'm a flat brush.
Do you know what I mean? Because these are like round brushes, aren't they? But they're a bit more fluffy.
No, I prefer a flat brush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a chiseled edge brush I quite like because you can do lines
I use really just what comes to hand.
Yeah. Again, I still think it's not so much if you're using like acrylics to try and dry brush, it's a nightmare because you're loading up every 30 seconds, probably 10 seconds. Oils once and just do everything, So,
but going back to old school enamels, they were brilliant for dry brushing enamels, aren't they? Because again, they're oil based, so you've got more life in them. So if you've still got any old enamel paints, again, they're brilliant for dry brushing.
Yes, very nice. Simon says, does anyone do a conversion to make a Lynx AH9? Or is it scratch built jobby? It's a scratch built jobby. I don't think anybody ever did a conversion for it. And obviously converting it, the only thing it'll be close to it would be the Airfix Lynx, which is coming back, isn't it?
Yes.
The Army one. They're bringing that one back, the AH7.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to convert it to a 9, I don't think anybody's done one. So,
what's the difference? I presume there's a lot of differences from a 7 to a 9.
Yeah, it's the engines and all stuff like that are completely different.
It's
with
proper upgrade, is it?
So.
Okay.
Yes.
Not heard of one.
I was about to say, surprised no one's done these. Is it the Wildcat that replaced it?
The Wildcat, yeah, it's too new.
Yeah, surprised no one's done that yet.
Yeah.
You can get what they call Whirlybird. They do a resin 72nd Wildcat.
All right.
No.
You think it'd be all Airfix's street though? As soon as they did all the other ones, I think it's something they do, wouldn't you?
That's when it's retired.
Probably. Jack says, just seen an advert in a mag for Humbrol 3rd Gen acrylics. Are these just like bottled AK 3rd Gen paints? Apologies, this has been asked before. I didn't realise Humbrol was talking about their 3rd Gen acrylics. I assume that Humbrol's acrylics is their acrylic, isn't it? So
yeah, I would have said so. But again, right. So we're in the trade, shall we say? I've not heard anything. So their advertising is absolutely shocking. Ooh, somebody's at your front door.
That'd be
shocking. If it was AK or Mig Ammo or anybody else, it'd be like on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. They've got it covered over the social, so you know about it. It'll be, all over the place. And this is the first we've heard about it from Humbrol, who just, they need to get the advertising game.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
A lot better than it is.
Page. Yes,
yeah,
definitely,
100%.
Well, we said this before about they need to get everyone talking at the same time, so they don't release stuff late, like the Marset for the Lysander. Released it with the Lysander, little things.
Or is it a case? How can I put this?
Wait.
Go on,
diplomatically, without upsetting
John,
anyone.
say it, John. Go on.
Say it, John. Just spit it out.
Is it a case that they realise that
it's crap?
Serious modelers don't use
Go on, say
a
it.
lot of their
Say it,
paints.
John, we're waiting.
Look, even the dog's waiting. Look.
You know, do they realise that a lot of serious modelers don't actually use their paints?
I just say that John's views don't represent the rest of the team's laws.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's necessarily my view.
He's being devil's advocate here, aren't you, John? He's
Yes.
seeing it from a neutral point of view of. But again, you know, I'm not being funny, but when you're bombarded with AK adverts and MIG and everybody else who does paint lines, shall we say, you know what I mean? Who are you going to go for? You're going to get influenced by them because they're doing the videos up of like, oh, look at what we've got and how to use it. Whether it's super edited and it's all smooth, plain sailing, which it, you know, they make it look, but you never get that from Humbrol at all, do you?
Excuse me, you can't have that. Sorry, one sec. Talk about
You know,
yourself.
It's all right. You know, there's never any videos from them or anything on social media or whatever where they're showing their product to sell it.
Yeah.
As you look on YouTube, any social media and that, how many modelers do you see using Humbrol acrylics or enamels?
It's very true. You don't, do you? In fact, if anybody in chat, if you've got anybody who actually does use it for videos and stuff, let us know, because I've never seen anybody use them.
No.
At all, actually. That's a good point, John. Yeah.
You know, I've got the odd paint pot that I use every now and again, but I don't exclusively paint.
I'll tell you what, sorry, mate. I'll tell you what as well. Let's put this into perspective. You don't see people using Revell paints either, do you?
No.
You know, they ain't top of the let's pull out the line of Revell glues and other stuff. Yes, you see, but you never see them use their paint. So interesting one, that. And no, we're not going to get a load of their paints and use them just for the sake of it. No.
No, John says a requirement for the turkey shoot has to be Humbrol acrylics or Revell. Yes.
No.
Again, it does make you wonder with Humbrol, you know, it is part of obviously the Scale Electrics group. But
the Hornby group.
The Hornby group. But again, it's one of those ones, as you say, they produce it and they refine it. And obviously the acrylics are in the little dropper bottles now and all the rest of it. You've got to wait 10 minutes, dude. All right. But the thing is, it's that thing that how much do they actually sell? Because no one uses it. Who are they selling it to?
Sell it.
I know, but they must be selling it. But who? Who's using it? Who's buying this stuff?
Having said that, now I've dug my hole.
Yes.
I'll go a little bit deeper.
Yeah, go
on. Railway modelers. From the brief things I've seen on YouTube and social media and that, they all still swear by Humbrol enamels and what have you, don't they?
Yeah.
So maybe it's that.
It could be. You know, it could be actually the railway lot. I don't know because we're not in that circle, are we? But yeah, that's not a bad shout actually.
Hold on, I found one. Oh. Alistair Scott. I use Humbrol acrylic spray. Is that the cans? That's all right. Because it's enamel in it in a can. Oh, acrylic one. Yeah.
Paul's just put shops don't sell them. PM models, for example. Yeah, you're right. We don't put. I'm out of the dark ages.
Whatever it's called.
I'm out of the dark ages.
Yeah.
I think the people that do use them are probably the more casual people who, like you said, go to Hobbycraft and the places like that.
Or used them as a kid and remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yes, Amber is on the board of directors, aren't you, Anne? Do you want to come and say hello properly?
But Leighton's got a good point.
You want to talk to me about it?
Hey, Leighton's got a good point. It's because like the paints that they put in the starter packs, you know, the little
getting these things,
whatever the pots of paint they put in.
Yeah.
That emulsion.
Yes.
Is because like it goes straight in the bin because it's not even a good product for a starter, is it?
Well, I have said this, isn't it? but they put them in a starter set to encourage people into the hobby. As soon as you put that on your model, you're never going to want to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it's awful, you know?
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, it's not great stuff. They come in dropper bottles, Richard. They come in the little drop, like, you know, everybody else's.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this Gen 3, this would be interesting, this Gen 3 stuff. It's one of them, innit, with paint. I want some to see how it's... do you know if it thins with AK Gen 3 thinner? And it's quite a good product. And it's good paint. If it don't thin with that, don't bother.
Yes, that's the trouble. Never mind. Right, well, look, we're not going to have time now to show me video, so we'll show that tomorrow.
So, John, brush paints almost exclusive with Revel, Aquacolor, and Umbro acrylics, mainly starter pots. Absolute issues. What, issues with the paint then? Is that the problem? Because I don't even think they brush brilliant, do they, from what I've heard? I don't know.
If you remember rightly, I think it was the Turkish shoot where a few years ago now, where we had Airfix on. And they sent me the starter set for one of them. I think it was the Hawk. So I built the kit live, because obviously we had Airfix on. And then I tried to paint it with their stuff. And I gave it the best possible go at using that starter set paint. Couldn't get it, even go through the airbrush. You know, when you tried to paint it on, it just would not go on. And I'm using high quality brushes with it, and I'm thinning it a bit as well. I couldn't get it to work at all. So I can't say who told me afterwards, but after the show, they did point out to me that, yeah, it's rubbish. And that's somebody in the industry who said it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, so why are you bloody selling it? You know, it's you know, that's a thing to it. But they said, I'm surprised you tried to use it. I was like, you know, well, I was trying to give it the best possible go, you know, but couldn't get it to work. So I ended up binning it off and using Tamiya.
So John said he's got absolutely no issues if thin with Humbrol acrylic. I can't even say Humbrol at the minute. Acrylic thinners. Hey, if it works for you and you're happy, mate,
that's it. On. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, just crack on.
So, but I haven't tried their newish ones. Their dropper bottle styles.
No.
I don't know if it is the same. It may be a new formula. I don't know which one it is, and all the rest of it. I know they had some trouble with the caps and lids, because that happened when I was with them at one point, and they were spitting feathers over that because the dropper bit of the bottle, obviously, because I deal with bottles and stuff with the wash, and they came foul of a problem that obviously I think Hitaka were having, because the paint was reacting and then leaking because they split.
Yeah.
So so you get a code that says the bottle is absolutely impervious to everything. You would assume the dropper bottle would be as well with a part of it. No. That's good for water, but if you want to put chemicals through it, they tend to split and they go brittle. So excuse me, are you literally trying to eat my chair? Yes, you got these plastic things on the side and I can pull them out. It's great. That's what she's doing. She's found that my chair, if she gets her teeth into it, she can pull the little caps off that cover the screws. So yes, you little git, you're too smart. That's it. She's trying to dismantle my chair as I'm sitting on it. So that's all right. Never mind. Right, final quick run round, if I can remember. So if you do need Humbrol paints and things like that, why not pop over to Hobbyco, because we don't stock it.
Not us.
But we've got paints you can paint with, and they do work very, very well. So you can pop down in here, and obviously we've got some very nice paints down in here. We've got your AK ranges, we've got your Mr. Colour ranges, Mr. Lacquers, we've got your Hitaka colours, obviously we've got your Tamiyas and all the other good old paints you can ever want as well. And we have got black and white, unlike Hobbyco, because they never have a black or white. All right, so we've got all your colours down in there as well. So if you want to get any of those ones, we've got, apart from those, that one. You can't
we've sold out of Ocean Grey.
We've sold out of Ocean Grey. People are doing Spitfires.
Spitfires,
so yes, Spitfires. So, but anyway, all your other kits and bits and pieces we got down in here. So we've got your model kits. Obviously, some of the ones we've been talking about this afternoon are down in here under the kits area. And then obviously we've got the other ones in the specials area, got extra discounts on these ones. So some really nice kits down in there as well. And then we have, Crush, you're trying to get out the window now. We've got big old kits, pretty much all of Airfix in stock. So if you want to get any of the Airfix carts, and again, they're all discounted. And obviously, like we were saying before, we've got your Armour Hobbies, Edard, Hobby 2000, we've got Tamiya Aircraft as well, all in stock down in there. So don't forget, 10% discount on all orders over 60 quid. That includes the discounted ones as well. You get an extra 10%. Also, you get a free mug on all orders over 40 quid while stocks of the mugs last. All right. Yeah. So, once they've gone, unfortunately, that is it on that one. Also, if you pop over to the florymodels.org store, I've got 20% off everything on the Flory Models range, all your washes, all your bits and pieces just down in there like that. And also we've got 10% on all the display stuff. So if you want any of the display stuff down in here, as you can see, we've got you covered down in here with your sanders and all your stuff as well. All right, so any of those ones you can do. These are going to run until Monday. All right, so you've got a little bit of time down in there as well. But obviously we're talking about the flight stands. They're down in here as well, starting at £8, £10 and £12 for the different sizes. And obviously we've got your jigs and your other things and bits and pieces as well down in there. Don't forget, you can pop over to Altitude Hobbies. They got 10% off everything as well over in there if you're in the US. And obviously if you're in the EU, you can go to the Flory Models Europe page, and obviously you get the deals down in there as well. And that is about it, because Lola's about to explode. She either wants her dinner, which she's early because she don't get it to 5 o'clock, or she does need a wee. Yeah, she's normally John, but...
Just a quick thing before we leave.
Yes.
Paul's just put, Phil, do you think Tamiya lacquers are thin enough to spray straight from the bottle?
No, I would still thin them. Definitely.
Yeah.
You could do. You could if you wanted to at high air pressure, but honestly, I'd thin them.
Yeah, thin it. And then Paul's gave me one. Are you going to try the Quick Gen uniform colours? I don't know, mate, to be honest, because I've not really painted a figure for God knows how long. So I don't know. I think they're like them contrast colours, aren't they? So don't know, might do in the future, but not got any plans at the minute.
Fair enough.
Good
job. There you have it. Absolutely. Well, look, massive thank you for everybody who joined us this afternoon. Obviously, to all the Flory members, without you, we wouldn't be here. Simple as that. Obviously, a big thank you, obviously, to everybody in the YouTube chat. I know we had over 300 watching live earlier, which was very nice of you as well. We'll be back with you tonight, though, 7:30 for the quiz. There's no modelling, no demos, and all the rest of it. We'll just be having a laugh, a joke, having a relax, and all the rest of it. And Nathan has done us a quiz. So look out.
Yay.
Yay. So now you can see just how thick you really are. So we'll be joined. Kareen's on with us tonight as well. So obviously it will be a full team as well with all of us. So there'll be 6 of us on tonight. So that'll be good. And we'd love to have you along with us as well. If you can't, if you're busy, you've got a life, you know, usual things, then don't forget you can catch up with us, because we'll be back with you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, where I've got some more demos coming up for you. I have got all these parts down in here from a very nice res kit as well. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of airbrushing with you. We're going to be talking about post shading and things. Then we're going to be talking about washes and dry brushing and stuff like that. So I'm going to be demoing on this one tomorrow to make our way through. I might even do me little man and then dry brush him as well. So we've got some of those things coming up as well. Plus the fact we'll do some giveaways and some prizes as well for tomorrow's show. So if you'd like to join along with that one, we'd love to have you along for that. Anything else, gentlemen?
No,
we're all good.
We're all good.
The dog's gone to sleep again now, typical. So that's it. Right, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you all again very soon. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here.
Bye. Bye.